It's been a tough winter here at the kingdom. I've never felt cold like this before. There's something vicious about the way the wind rips through your skin here. To be honest, some days even leaving the house seems daunting. They say that it can be dangerous to stay at this elevation too long. Hermit's headache, they call it. It stops as soon as it starts, they say. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't have the courage to ask any more questions. If you can somehow forget about the cold, life is pretty simple here. And as you can tell, in the valley that extends beyond us, I am no longer alone. It took some time to get Marnie back on her four legs. It didn't help that the snow wouldn't let up. I did the best I could to keep our bellies fed and to keep us safe. Despite her condition, Marnie was always in good spirits. Etat, on the other hand, was not. He was always muttering under his breath that my builds could look better, that I had lost the joy of building. You wouldn't ever think it, but Etat must know a lot of people. When he and Marnie left us at Adapan, it left a hole in my heart. However, within just weeks, new houses began to pop up around the mountain. However, that was not without its fair share of risk, as I was about to find out. In the weeks that followed, the mountain was quiet. Quieter than a creeper in a downpour. One night, as I watched the canvas of stars under the sky, I thought that I might as well add some life to this quiet kingdom, in this forgotten mountain valley. I think I should add some life to this quiet kingdom, in this cozy mountain valley. And so, that very next day, I set out to make a meeting place for the people here at Adapan. And so we can say a big hello to our village tavern. I really do think that the vibe and color palette really matches all of the rest of the builds that we have in the kingdom of Otopan. As we head along the path, we really get that medieval vibe. And if we press the button here, you'll also see that we have a wonderful interior that's very cozy and friendly. I really do like the inclusion of the amethyst crystal that we have here, and we have an eating little area if someone needed to get some food. We have some bookshelves for some reading and some storage as well. And if we head up the ladder, you'll also see that we have more of the same in here. And although I probably could put some chairs in here to make this more tavern-like, I really do like the vibe of this interior. This iron armor in these item frames right here is our first ever set of iron armor, and so I'm incredibly happy that we'll be able to preserve it in this world forever. And to be honest, I'm so excited to see how long it lasts. But I must say, the region of Otopan is really starting to get some infrastructure, and it also really seems to me like we're starting to get through the winter. So I'll get back to work on improving this little mining colony, and if anything happens, I hope that you know that I'll be sure to let you know. Eventually, I had had my fill of material collection. It was time to get building once again. Well, as you can see, we've gotten around to doing a whole ton more work around the kingdom of Otopan. I kind of ended up getting an urge to build another little house. I think that it's quaint and it's cozy, and it also has some farmland that's over to the left, which of course we'll get to expanding as time goes on. We have a pen over here and on the backside too, and it just gives such a fantastic look overlooking the mountain. It also happens to have an interior as well, which definitely could be glammed up a little bit with some extra books, but there's not too much we can do about that at the moment because we happen to be out of leather, but I've continued along with tons of walls and some extra potatoes in this land here, which along with some spruce trees to fill in the area looks really well, or I guess really nice that is, and I think that everything really ties in the land as we make our way to our new building area. We have our chests with tons of materials as you can see here, and we also have some trapdoors which lead on down to an automatic pumpkin farm. The rail cart just goes back and forth and back and forth. The observers on the ceiling will notice the pumpkins when they grow, which will trigger the pistons, and then the hopper with the minecart will pick it all up and it'll come on down to deposit all of the materials into this chest here. It's a very simple interior as you can see, and we also have a bubble elevator here, which just makes this area a little bit easier to use. But as the sun begins to set, I must say this area is looking a little bit too barren for me. So I say, let's get along to building a beautiful windmill in this area.
Some things I never thought I needed. Some things I never thought I'd have. As if they are too hard to believe in. The moment I ever called them mine, I knew exactly what I was calling. I knew exactly what to say. There will be nothing to get over if I just let it slip away. So I guess I'll try yet another close call from my eyes.
Well, as you can see, we've gotten a whole ton of work done in a relatively short period of time. We have this really awesome, incredible looking windmill that overlooks the rest of the valley. And for really only using spruce wood, I think that I cooked. We have some brown banners as well, and tons of pots with chains hanging from trapdoors. And not only that, but if we head inside, you'll see that we now have 2 villagers waiting for us to breed. We can place a trapdoor over the door so that the villagers won't be able to get out, and then we'll take them out of their minecarts and throw them a whole ton of potatoes as well. I am assuming that this is going to be enough for us to have a little bit of baby action, and there we go. And so we'll keep the rest of our potatoes in this barrel here. But you'll also notice in my hands right here, I happen to have 27 diamonds because I needed a ton of redstone to transport these villagers over here to the kingdom of Otapon. So you could say that I'm a very happy man, but we still have more work to do. We need to fit this area in more with the environment and probably get around to placing an interior in here as well. If you're enjoying the video so far, consider leaving a like on it, and I say let's get back to work. Well, you could say that I'm so happy with everything that we've made so far here in Slip Survival World, and with this being my first ever custom windmill design, and with all of the potato fields that you can see all around, this place is really starting to come together. It really is kind of funny for me to think that it's day 428 in this world, but we are now officially ready to start doing big things here to get this kingdom ready in Otapon. Although we're only a couple of months into this difficult winter, I think that we're safe on food now. And as you may be able to tell behind me, we also have some villagers and a new interior in our windmill as well. We can open the door and take a look inside at all of our new friends. I went for a really cool interior and floor design as well. We have some furnaces and some coal ore that's been silk touched, along with some dried coral as well. As you can see, it's definitely lively in this area, but we have some item frames with some iron ingots on it as well. And all around us, we're starting to have life in this beautiful kingdom, meaning that we're really now off to the races. But my time here in this mountain region has told me that you never really know when the next blizzard will come. So I'm gonna do my best to enjoy a beautiful sunny day in these lovely lands before, as always, we get back to work.